We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Kansas City Royals. It's interleague baseball on the show. Larry Jura gets the ball for the Royals in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't horrible, but this guy did give up 5 runs in his last start. He was tagged with the loss, and he's going to look to be a lot better in this one here today.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Marte.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty V, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split at 2-2, Dero, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
The third baseman, Mark Reynolds.
Into the box now, Mark Reynolds. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. Reynolds stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He was a 16th round selection back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Now time to list the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Jerry Hillsdale.
Dero, Jerry Hillsdale might be one of the more solid everyday umpires in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the business, Dan. High praise all around. You go into both meetings with the managers, and what do? They rave about Jerry Hillsdale.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Mark Reynolds goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high. 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here's another 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Diamondbacks down in order, and now the Royals get their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Brandon Webb gets the start for Arizona in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy has a 3-pitch mix, and he needs all 3 of his pitches. If he has them all working and uses them properly, he has a chance to be very effective.
Ready now, Amos Ota. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Royals, the center fielder, number 26.
And now a pitch on the way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, guys, anytime you start a road trip, first 5 games you start 1-4, you're just trying to salvage. Do the fundamental things right. Try and sneak out a couple wins, get on the plane, and get out of here.
1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit down the line at first, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. 3-2, a full count to the Royals center fielder.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Chopped at third, fielded cleanly. Throw across the diamond by Reynolds gets him for the first out.
Batting second, the left fielder, Bo Jackson.
So digging in now, Bo Jackson. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First offering on its way.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
The windup and the 0-1. Strike taken up in the zone.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. One out, nobody on. And he struck him out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box, George Brett. He swings and grounds it to short. Marte fields it cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. KC down in order, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Second inning set to go, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Justin Upton.
Number 10, Justin.
First pitch on its way to Upton.
That's a ball. Count 1-0.
Upton, or simply J-Up, he's in year one of a new 3-year deal. Three and 0 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Fouled away. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. One away. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Manny. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Standing in now, David Peralta. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit back toward the mound. And a base hit, the first one of the game so far for the Diamondbacks.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Jake Lamb standing in now. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. all of a sudden the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gives more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. The 1-1 home. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Stepping in now, Steve Finley lifted the other way down the left field line. Jackson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. In is Jorge Soler, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year.
The right fielder, Jorge Soler.
Now here's the pitch. In there at the knees, strike one. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball. Really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 289 is the average coming in. 7 homers, 26 RBIs. And that misses 1-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
The 3-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. After it is Upton. But he doesn't have a chance. It's over his head. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Batting 6, the first baseman, John.
Stepping in, John Mayberry, who comes in today leading the American League in batting for the season.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
He's set and the pitch. Right side, fair ball down the line. Perez is on his way home as he arrives at second without a play as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
He didn't fool anybody there because he was waiting on that curveball all the way. Stays back and lets it break right over the heart of the plate. Gives it a ride and drives in a run. Nice piece of hitting right there.
Runner in scoring position at second with 1 away. And up next, the former World Series hero, Mike Moustakas. Pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled off. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
And there's ball 2 now. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
The second baseman, Frank White.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Frank White, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In the dirt here. And the runners will stay put here on ball 1. Now the double steal is on here. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. 2 men on, 2 out. And striding toward the plate next will be Adalberto Mondesi. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's the 1-0. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a 3-run shot to right center field, number 10 for him on the year, as the Royals have extended their lead to 4-0.
It looked like he might just work out of that inning, only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down on that mistake. Nothing like a 3-run bomb to change the entire complexion of your day on the mound.
Now batting.
In now, Amos Ota. Hard on the ground toward short. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We've played 2. It's now 4-0 KC. Up next for Arizona, Miguel Montero. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. He's right there. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Digging in now, Jay Bell. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here it comes. And no swing apparently, ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Mondesi scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away. Striding into the box, Ketel Marte. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Marte is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Into the corner and slicing foul. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They trail here 4-0. Now to the plate, Bo Jackson. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Bo Jackson.
First offering on its way. No balls and a strike to count. Oh and 1, here it comes.
1-1.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
And it's fouled away. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location, because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
To the plate now, George Brett. As he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Brett behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Here's another 0-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
2-2.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
The 2-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he fouls this one off.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
Hard ground ball to third, and a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
At the plate, Jorge Soler, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. Soler, once a member of the Chicago Cubs organization, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
The 1-1. Fouled away. Brett leads off first with one away. 2-2 to Jorge Soler.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
I don't even think I need to look in the dugout on this one. I think it's safe to assume he's going to be running. Too good a hitter at the plate not to think he's going to put the ball in play.
Runner at first here, one man out. Runners off for second. Hit on the ground out to short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
And up steps Salvador Perez. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And they'll tack on one more as this is now a 5-0 game. Throw to third, but he's in there as a run will score on the play as well. And that certainly represents a career milestone. Hit number 1,000.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. 1,000 isn't a milestone that's going to get everyone talking, but as an individual, you have to feel pretty good about it. He'll definitely be wanting that ball for his trophy case.
Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Taijuan Walker is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Walker.
So now to the plate, John Mayberry, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Ready with the 0-1. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. The relay on to third, but he's in safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
When this thing left the bat, I thought it had 3-run homer written all over it, but it bounces off the wall, so only one run scores. And now a chance for his buddy to return the favor and bring in one or maybe two.
Into the box now, Mike Moustakas. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He'll check in here at 277. 17 home runs and 48 driven in. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Fastball just inside.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Fouled off. Still only one out in the inning. Three and one.
And remember here, there's an open base at first, so a walk is not the worst thing that could happen right here.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And it's fouled away. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Moustakas is retired, 2 down now.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Frank White. Walker comes set. Here's the first pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. KC leads this one 6-0. Here's Mark Reynolds. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
And now a pitch on the way. The windup and the 0-1. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Looking at his career totals, Goldschmidt has a track record of power hitting at the major league level, over 250 career home runs. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And he'll put this away for the 2nd out. So 2 are gone now in the Diamondbacks' 4th. And stepping in is the right fielder, Justin Upton. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good take there to lay off the high fastball. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Fastball taken a little under the letters, called a strike.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And now a pitch on the way. Popped high in the air. Mayberry is in his tracks now, and that will retire the side. Diamondbacks down in order. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading up for
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And striding toward the plate next will be Adalberto Mondesi.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Here's a high pop-up. Goldschmidt shading to his right. One away.
now batting.
Here's a look at the final line for the Arizona starter, and clearly he was off his game this evening.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Amos Ota is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Now a splitter's in there and he's quickly behind 0-2.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
And it's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
1 out, nobody on. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out. Coming to the plate now, Bo Jackson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Walker gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And he takes ball 1.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Two balls and no strikes to the Kansas City left fielder.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Hit hard, but this will be a foul ball. Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Good luck with that pitch. That pitch is an absolute nightmare, almost unhittable. Nasty downward action, high 80s velocity.
Full count, 3-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Royals go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Torey Lovello about the Diamondbacks' offensive production, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, David Peralta.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Ota is right there. 1 gone.
Now back
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Jake Lamb. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Lamb Bats left, but throws right and stands in at 6'3". He was taken in the 6th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to 3rd, and no swing. It's ball 3. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Payoff pitch one more time. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Stepping in now, Steve Finley. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The windup and the 0-1. High fly ball out to deep right field. Soler going back to the track, to the wall, and this one is gone. A home run.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
In now, Miguel Montero. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Diamondbacks draw a bit closer thanks to this home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's the Royals 6 and the D-backs 1. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and up next it'll be the Hall of Famer George Brett.
The third baseman, George.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ball 1 taken just off the inside. Hit in the air out to left field. Peralta's under it. 1 down.
The right fielder.
Ready once again, Jorge Soler. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Peralta is under this one. And there's the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
So 2 are gone now in the Royal 5th. And up next, the former World Series hero, Salvador Perez. Walker gets the sign. First pitch on its way. And that's too high, ball 2. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Perez will lay off, and he'll reach. It's ball 4.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs, and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Stepping into the box, John Mayberry, man at first after the 2-out walk. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a ball 1-0.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
And he fouls this one off. Two and 1 to the Royals' first baseman. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. He's got it, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. 1 left for Kansas City. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Into the box, Jay Bell. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
Ooh, and he finds his spot there. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the 2nd strike. Fouled away. And another foul ball. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Weak grounder down the line at 3rd. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
Into the box, Ketel Marte, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. A ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. Another 1-2 delivery. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the 2nd out. Now in the box, Mark Reynolds will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Pitch on the way.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now here it comes. And it's fouled away. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
I don't know if that was a great take or he got fooled. He's certainly trying to play it off like he knew what was coming. You could bet he'd be on alert for that curveball again.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Ready for another shot now, Paul Goldschmidt. He struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips. First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman. Here's a called strike on the curveball. 1-2.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate, and for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
Just hung in there on that one. 2 out with the man at first. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he fouls this one off. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Arizona. They trail 6-1. Now at the plate, Mike Moustakas. They'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th.
Hitter, Mike Moustakas.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Well outside with the curveball for a ball. And this is fouled at the plate. The 1-1 home.
Well, that's off the plate.
A bouncer to the left side, but that finds its way through for a base hit. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Frank White is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, White is carrying a slugging percentage under .350. Needless to say, he's not a big extra base hitter home run guy right here. A runner at second, nobody out. In for strike 2.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
The 1-2. Got him to swing on top of that one as this ball's dribbled out in front of the mound. Throw won't get him at first, an infield single, and it's first and third now.
Now batting, number 27.
And that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Has a look, now the pitch.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Now the 2-1. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I got to believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Heading out towards shallow right. Upton has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And that one just not deep enough, so they'll wisely hold him at third with 1 out in the inning now. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Amos Ota. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
First offering on its way. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Big, slow breaking ball, one that drops in for a strike.
And when a guy starts leaving the curveball up, that's a sign he's beginning to tire a little bit out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitch or he's going to start getting hurt.
Now the 1-1 pitch. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or try to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
To the plate now, Bo Jackson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. Reined in. And he will apply the tag himself, and the inning is over. Justin Upton will start things out when we return. We're through 6 full. It's the Royals 6 and the D-backs 1. Stepping in, Justin Upton. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0.
Yep, that ball went out.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
And Upton lays off again, and he's in control of the count. It's 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
I'm absolutely shocked he took that pitch right there. Right in the wheelhouse, low 90s heater. That's one you gotta let go on.
Again, another foul ball.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley. Extra bases here for Upton. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Standing in now, David Peralta, as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, he's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, but it's not like he's walking a bunch of guys. Only one free pass to this point, but they're still making him work really hard.
Now the 2-0 home. High in the air out to center field. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. And he'll get into third here on the flyout, so he's 90 feet away here with one gone. In now, Jake Lamb. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch to him.
It's really hard to work deep into games when you're having an outing like this guy is. You're going to strike out a lot of guys. Well, guess what? Your pitch count's going to go up too.
One out and a runner on third. Fouled away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. So stepping in, Steve Finley. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And he He watches one split the middle here, 1-1.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
The 2-1. In the air now out to left field. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. One left for the Diamondbacks. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Ian Kennedy will come on to make his 40th appearance this season.
Number 31, Ian Kennedy.
Coming to the plate now, George Brett. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
George Brett.
First pitch on its way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Action now in the Arizona bullpen as they have a right-hander up and throwing. Now the 2-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Jorge Soler is on deck. Hit on the ground to short. And there's one down now. Stepping into the box, Jorge Soler. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Kennedy is facing his old colors in this one. He became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, guys, I always think it's interesting to play your old uniform. Maybe say hi to everybody you got accustomed to seeing when you were previously here. But then once the game starts, it's all business.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a full count now as Kennedy misses there. It's 3-2 now. Due up next is Salvador Perez. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
So now to the plate, Salvador Perez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there. A ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher.
Count is 1-2. The
1-2 pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 7.
Settling in now, John Mayberry.
Mayberry.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Kennedy pauses. 0-1 on its way. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
He's having a great day at the dish. His timing is spot on. His pitching staff's going to have to find a different way of attacking him.
And this will be fouled away. A runner on first with 2 away. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Another 0-2 home. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. 2 out with the man at first. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Royals leave 1. They lead it 6-1. Digging in, Miguel Montero. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, sometimes you have to look at it like it's not how or how many. Pitching very well into this one into the late innings, and his first pitch strike percentage less than 50%. He'd like it to be a lot higher than that. He's making it very difficult on himself, but he's still getting outs.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see, he currently ranks 2nd in the AL in that department. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jay Bell. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Digging in the switch hitter, Ketel Marte. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard towards center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Obviously, as a pitcher, he wants to finish what he started. But when you have that pitch count north of 115 pitches, you have to be concerned about his health, and the wear and tear on his arm might have to take him out of this one really soon.
At the plate, Mark Reynolds. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. And we'll have a quick stoppage here, as even though we're about 1,500 miles from the nearest beach, a beach ball has made its way onto the field anyway. The 1-2. Fouled off. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Grounded to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. 1 left for Arizona. They trail 6-1. Dan Herron is on his way into the ballgame now, as he'll be making his 50th appearance of the year.
Dan Herron.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And next, the dangerous power threat, Mike Moustakas.
Mike Moustakas.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch.
That's a ball.
Low for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Even 1-1 count to Moustakas.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And the pitch. And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there. Check pitch on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Peralta going back to the track. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
There's a deep fly ball. Doesn't quite get out of the ballpark, but it hits in the right spot as it bounces off that hard warning track and over the wall for a ground rule double. Not sure if he had triple on his mind, but I doubt he'll complain too much about getting to coast into second base.
Into the box now, Frank White. Marte will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now batting.
At the plate, Adalberto Mondesi. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park, just like he did back in the second. First delivery to him on the way.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
And it's fouled away. A 1-1. A bouncer up the middle. Marte has it, and there's out number 2.
The batter.
So the Royals batting order turns over and set to go. Amos Ota 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's now 7-1.
Now back.
Wow, you got to love this aggressive swing here. Gets the barrel of the bat out in front of the ball and just rips it down the left field line. Absolutely no play on that ball the second it left the bat. Nice job picking up the runner.
Into the box, Bo Jackson, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. A run for the Royals on the RBI double. Last chance coming up for the Diamondbacks, and the lead is stretched to 7-1. Mark Gerbavaz comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Number 23, Mark Gerbavaz.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up the big bat of Paul Goldschmidt.
Number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
First pitch of the at-bat. This is line to left. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. He'll get it into second, and he's safe.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Here's Justin Upton now. Popped him up. Mayberry moving to his left. He's got it one away. Digging in to try it again. David Peralta. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. One out and a runner on second base. Chopped down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
To the plate now, Jake Lamb. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He could really use a knock here. 0-for-3 in the game so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
Now this crowd of just over 21,000 are on their feet. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
7-1 the final score in tonight. The Kansas City Royals took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Larry Jura earns his 8th victory of the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Brandon Webb permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals, 7 runs on 12 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 1 run, 5 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the